Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of CSI Crime Scene Investigation. Last time we finished digging it, now we're going to go into misdirection and see what this case is all about. Looks like we're going to be teaming up with Nick in this episode. And I have a Blue Yeti microphone yet again, which means I can mute like this. You couldn't hear me, but I was like totally talking now because I was on mute. So that will come in handy for cutscenes and the like, which I'll be using it for mostly. But yeah, great to have a Blue Yeti. I decided to treat myself. Today I handed in my dissertation at university, which has been plaguing me for 4 years. So today I'm a very happy reading into 5.
You've heard the old saying, the show must go on? Not when they kill the lead actress. Head out to the Colossus Casino. It's the one that stages Broadway-style musicals. Stay alert. A young woman's life has been taken away from her. We can't give it back, but we can find the truth.
I'm Nick Stokes. Hope you're as good as I've heard, because we can stand to wrap this up fast. An event like this is the wrong kind of showstopper for all concerned. Let's go see where reality messed up the fantasy.
So, because of my dissertation taking up a lot of my time, I've actually let videos slide, so I actually have a bit of a backlog in terms of recording. So we're going to try and get through these as quickly as we can. Well, I'm going to try and record through all this backlog today, but it's a big backlog. I have at least 12, 13 episodes of various different things to record in order to catch up. Alright. So this is our crime scene. We have a body. Let's start with the obvious. Let's start with the body. Wait, what do we got? Nothing on the hand.
Makeup appears to have been applied a little thicker here. What do you think?
Covering up? Is she covering something up? Let's take a swab.
Not the right...
Are you serious? Fine, let's take a...
Not the right...
Fine, let's take a UV.
Whoa, some deep bruising peeking through that makeup. She had something to hide.
So she was bruised. That's not a good sign. Potential domestic. Maybe. Too early to speculate, of course. Too early.
Well, the special effect was a gunshot wound in the chest. Happens to be next to a real wound of some kind. Close to the heart.
Blood? Do we take the blood?
Never consider a gunshot wound routine. They're all different. Never miss a chance to swab one.
So what did we actually do? Oh, and then we swabbed this one as
You know
well?
what a squib is, right? Explosive that simulates an impacting bullet. Gun-related effects are dangerous, and squibs are high on the list. Incorrectly prepped, they can wound an actor. Often, metal plates or other protective gear under the actor's clothes protect them from the blast. This stuff is usually used in film, and I gotta say, I don't care much for the idea of them in live theater.
Well, there's our squib. Let's take that. Right, is there anything else on the body that we can... Does not look like it. Okay. I think we're done with the body for now. She was on our mark. Let's examine the scene before we even look at the person to interview over there. Gotta look at all things, investigate every single... Oh, we got two, we got a guy there. Well, this is a big theatre, so there's a wide area where she could have been shot.
Yes.
Oh, damn it.
I'm an actress here, Heather Colby. I don't even know to think, let alone to say. An awful thing. Terrible. Horrible.
Miss Colby, we know this is difficult for you and everyone here, but we're sure you'd like to help. And you can do that by answering a few questions.
I don't want to ask you questions just now. I want to go and check it. Well, there's the gun.
Some might call this a woman's gun. Small caliber revolver, perfect to pack in a purse, good fit for a smaller hand. Spent casing in the chamber. Is it possible that an actual bullet was fired out of this gun? Got some residual powder in the barrel here.
Well, residual powder, let's get some of that.
Close.
Oh, come on, are you serious?
Try something. Close.
It's not a swab.
When blanks are ready for a theatrical application,
Damn it.
the bullet is removed from the cartridge, and a flash-producing additive is put in its place, like magnesium powder. Then the end is crimped.
Got more things there.
Nothing here.
Oh no, that's just a gun in general. Well, let's take that gun. That's more than likely our murder weapon, I would say. Nothing else? Right, okay. Well, I think that's everything, so let's talk to them now.
This was our tech rehearsal. Standard for any production, but particularly important for one like ours. You know, with so many special effects, like the shooting scene.
Hang in there, Miss Colby. Now, could you walk us through it?
I really don't have all that much to tell you. First, we had the argument, and then, of course, I shot Meryl and began covering my tracks.
Whoa, Miss Colby, was that just a confession? If you have something important to share, you'll need to know your rights.
My rights? Oh, I can see how that sounded. I'm sorry. By covering my tracks, I mean, what I meant, that's the song title. Song I sing in the show right after that effects scene. And that's just what I did. That's how it's scripted. Meryl at her mark, I walk on stage, shoot her, and begin to sing. But this time at the end of the scene, Meryl she never got up. That had nothing to do with me. I was shooting a blank. That horrible squib must have exploded. She complained about them before, said she'd been burned, but this? I never heard of a squib killing anybody before.
Well, doesn't sound like the squib is to blame for this murder, I don't think.
We were old friends. Kind of veterans of the wars, you know? All the way back to drama school in New York. And even then, it was obvious she was gonna make it. She had that combination of charisma and ambition that marks a real star. We worked together often, not a team so much as actors whose on-stage chemistry gelled so well that when the right roles came along, we got cast. Oh, I know, big talk, right? If we were such hot stuff, why were we still paying our dues in dinner theaters and regional productions? You got a right to say that about me, but not Meryl. She was nominated for a supporting Tony on Broadway just last season. And she's a star here in Vegas. She was a hometown girl, you know? And this production, she was great. Finally, the perfect part. And the buzz? People from both coasts were coming in for the premiere. I just know. I know. This would have done it for her. But then I guess this production was it for her, wasn't it?
Interesting.
No, just the two of us. And Gus, the stage manager. He's also the technical director, and he insists pyrotechnic effects be rehearsed with the theater cleared of only himself and the actors. Safety's a big issue. And I guess you can see why. Well, he's around. His job sort of takes him here, there, and everywhere. I think the last time I saw him, he was heading for the prop room. Follow the signs backstage. That...
New suspect. I thought this was going to be Gus. Who are you?
Sir? Excuse me.
What? Oh, you're the police, aren't you? I'm a little out of it right now.
Big shock to everyone involved. Nick Stokes, Crime Lab. And you are?
Clayton Regis, Meryl's husband. I'm afraid I'm confused. If this is an accident, why are you people here? I'm trying to deal with the loss, okay? And one thing that would help me is to know what happened here. Is it negligence or something else?
The fact that you can ask such a question shows why we're here, sir. And we're going to have answers for you and for your late wife.
Let me think. I guess I must have been at the Javanet and Brew. Took my laptop down there. One of those internet coffee shops, you know? It's just down the street. Anyway, I was coming back to the theater to pick her up, like always, when I saw the ambulance and the police cars. Well, when she's working on a show, she really burrows in and disappears into the work. I guess you'd have to say the only person besides me she's been in much contact with have been the other actors, like Heather and the director and such. I'd know him when I see him. If I've ever exchanged more than half a dozen words with the man, I'd be surprised. I do know Meryl met with him often, as you'd expect. He wired her up for the stunt today, of course. I have to say, I never did feel right about those damn squibs. What would have been wrong with a sound effect or something? It's not the movies. She said Gus was all gung-ho about it. I don't have anything else to say to you people.
So the game is trying to put Gus as a pretty, you know, suspecty guy. But I don't think he's going to be our guy. Just call it gut feeling. I don't think he's going to be the guy. Where is our prop man? He's not here, but look at that.
Rifle rack. One of the guns is missing, though.
That is not a good sign that one of the guns is missing. That is kind of important, actually. I don't want a hint. It's the first episode, Nick. It's the first episode. Give me some break. Come on, give me some faith. Don't need no hint. Right, I see lots of things on this desk. Wait, is that a missing tool?
Hammer, screwdrivers, etc. Nicely organized. Even a little anal retentive about it. Tools traced in pencil so he knows where to put them. Which tells us one tool is missing. Small. Rectangular.
Well, we have a missing tool. Interesting. Doesn't seem like the man to misplace his tools. Lots of tools down.
If these are real, we have our work cut out for us. Lots of different calibers. We'll need to learn more before any of these become meaningful to us.
Lots of different bullets by the looks of things, but I can't really take any at the moment. Because we need to know more.
Blank round.
Oh, yeah, and these are blank rounds. Let's take a blank round, just to be on the safe side there. Can I not do anything with any of these? Not yet, anyway. Can I not just take the whole thing? Nah, I guess that would be too easy. Huh. What is going on in here? What is this? A pair of sneakers.
Sprinter mock cross trainers. Size 10.
I thought I was going to sneeze there, but no such luck.
Shots of Meryl. Maybe during recent performances. These aren't publicity pics, though. Looks like candids.
I've been awake for 24 hours right now. I just realised. So it looks like Gus got a little bit, I don't know, obsessed maybe with the lead actress. That's a possibility.
Forget something? No problem. We'll bring the body right in. A single bullet entered the victim's chest, breaking apart as it struck the sternum. Fragments going just deep enough to pierce.
You weren't done talking there, Doc. I'm sorry, but...
Using a basic body temperature or algor mortis analysis, I've got the time of death pegged at around time of the rehearsal. No great revelations for you, I'm afraid. Straightforward stuff. Actually, yes, several metal fragments, presumably from a bullet. They're all yours. I don't need them anymore, and neither does the Vic. Not that she ever did.
So you got some bullets there?
Whew, been a wild night, so I'm not as far with Ms. Regis as I'd like to be. Frankly, I haven't even cleaned and prepped her. Anything else turns up, you'll be the first. Meantime, feel free to check the body over. I've got plenty to do. Sure.
Right, let's have a little look at the body, see if there's anything we missed down there. There must be something down here that we missed. There's something down here.
That's not right.
Cast, that's it. No? Did I not make a cast?
Try something. Not the right.
There is something. I know there's something.
Not.
Let's cause blood.
Not the right tool.
Blood luminance on the gunshot wound. What do I do here?
Nothing. You won't be able.
There is something here, Nick.
That's not right. That's not.
Come on, Nick. Work with me here.
Not the. Not the right. That's not.
I swear it's this, but it won't let me.
Not.
Oh well. We'll come back to that. Nothing on the face particularly. Right, I think we're better off going to do... Let's go to Brass and see if we can pull some records, get to know some things about some people.
Yeah? Ought to be possible. Let's check the IP traffic through the cafe's node and look up logins. Uh-huh. C. Regis logged in. Spent about 15 minutes online, then logged off. That leaves a little unaccounted for time. Not much, though.
But it is suspicious. He did say...
Get serious.
Yeah, we're not going to get anywhere with any of that. So let's go to the... Let's go on over to the lab and start doing some CSI work. Let's get some blood from Mara Regis in the system. And let's get some barrel powder.
Unsurprising discovery number 1. Substance you found is gunpowder mixed with magnesium powder. Unsurprising discovery number 2. Traces of plugging material. Gun you found was likely loaded with a blank and was fired recently.
Well, that just cleared Heather, because Heather shot a blank, essentially. The photos.
Hey, Meryl Regis. Ever see her perform? She would have made it, I tell ya. Can I keep these?
I don't want them pasted in your scrapbook, Craig. I was thinking more like scan them into the image enhancement equipment, please.
Alright, so that's that done. Is there any fingerprints in here? Nah. Right, okay, we've got lots of items. Let's start with the squib prop.
This is a squib with a sound detector. Firing the prop gun causes the sound sensor to detonate the squib. But this one also seems to have a wireless receiver for what... Hey, this is an amateur night. Sophisticated setup. The blast plate was damaged, but that's not unusual. Explosive powder residue levels were consistent with a proper load. Arvik must have felt a real kick when this baby went off, and no signs of tampering either.
Interesting, that's a really specific setup for the rig, I would say. What about the prop gun? Let's look at the gun, see if we can get anything more from it, like fingerprints. You would think we could have got some fingerprints from the handle.
Just because it's a prop gun doesn't mean a little item like this can't fire real bullets. Can't confirm whether a bullet has been fired recently from this prop or not, but I can tell you it's a .22 caliber.
Right, so we're looking for .22 calibers, nice. Yeah, and here's one of the blank rounds. Let's give that to Greg.
This is what's known as an unfired blank round, .22 caliber.
That's a perfect match for our prop gun. Now, can we, like, try and do this? Like, put it into the gun? Nah. Right, the cross-trainer shoes. I'm gonna examine everything before I give it to Greg to see if I can find anything before he gets it. But that's just going straight to the computer. Now here is the bullet. Oh yeah, there's something here.
Not the right.
Let's maybe try.
Tiny bite-type marks. Clamping tool, possibly.
Is that it? Right, so a clamping tool used on the bullet fragments from the morgue.
These marks suggest a clamping tool. I may be able to match them to the right tool if you can bring it to me for comparison.
Find the tool, get a comparison. That sounds like a worthy use of our time. Right, so let's start off with the stuff we got here, the cross-trainer shoes. see what we come up with on this. There we go. Although I don't know quite what that done, but we did it. And blood from Rodriguez. Let's search it just to see what we have. No matches there, but not surprising. Right, okay, we've got another thing. We do have the image enhancement. Let's do this.
Meryl had a shiner when we found her. Let's take a closer look and see if she had it before she died, when this photo was taken. Hey, she did have that black eye before she was murdered. Finally getting somewhere. This candid is a real-life argument, not something from the show. Gus could have been stalking Meryl.
That is a good possibility. Let's just go and talk to some of those suspects again. We can reassure Heather that she did indeed fire a blank if it gives us that opportunity to say so. Because I think Heather would like to know she didn't kill her friend. It would be nice.
Hardly. We were colleagues and old friends.
No grudge. Really? This is a big wide open area.
I don't have any...
And he's not saying much. Well, it's the prop room again, because we're going to go and we're going to get that box of bullets, most likely. I imagine that's what we're going to do anyway.
As long as you...
I don't want a hint, Nick. Stop trying to tempt me with hints.
See, 9mm, 308, 338. Here we go, 22 caliber. Let's grab this one.
Okay, so those are real bullets, right? Right. Oh, yeah, is that it? That's it right there. I actually do need to grab it. That would have been embarrassing if I hadn't grabbed that there. There's something else as well. Maybe we'll need to come back or something, because it's not letting me do anything with anything else. Now, is there no clamping tool? Is it missing? It's missing by the looks of things. And there's nothing else back here. So let's go back to the lab. Let's go back to the lab. It's odd that we can't question the husband on where he was. Right, so I have prop rounds.
Dummy round. Just like a regular round, but a prop without gunpowder. Used for all kinds of stage work, except for actually shooting.
So, we've got prop bullets matching the caliber of bullet the doc recovered from the body. However, dummy bullets lack an explosive charge, but if a bullet was already in the chamber, the force of the blank round would have fired it out.
So where does that leave us, I wonder? Well, let's head over to Brass. Let's head over to Brass, see if Brass has anything to say, see if we can maybe get some warrants.
Yeah? Gets the link between looking at your case file.
Nope, didn't think so. But what we will do is we will go to the morgue and talk to Al Robbins, see if he's got anything for us.
Forget something? Sure.
Right, okay, we must be missing something in the body. I'm sure it's something here.
Try something else. Try some...
I'm sure it's not this.
Not...
See, it just doesn't let me use this, although I'm sure it's a mold impression I need to take of the bullet wound. But it just doesn't let me take it.
Not... That's not... Nothing. Try... Close. Try you...
What? I brushed that! Oh, what the hell? I brushed that ages ago. I was brushing that. What the hell?
You won't be able to do...
See, that's what you said last time.
Wrong. Wrong. That's not... You shouldn't...
Well, that's what I tried to do last time, and then you were all like, no, that's not right.
Nothing. Nothing here. Nothing.
What is it about this that I can do?
Try some... That's not...
Right, okay, well, we do have a fingerprint. So we have a fingerprint on the detonator, although I have no idea how we found the detonator. So we've got a print, let's search the print and see who comes up on the detonator, because that's likely going to be our next lead. What was it? Gus Harrison, my friend.
The stage manager and pyrotechnician is Gus Harrison. During performances, he handled the backup detonator in the orchestra pit. Plus, he's got a criminal history. Of course, none of this proves he was in the pit at the time of the killing.
What's his criminal history? I want to know. Oh, stalking, voyeurism, fantastic. Let's go pay a little visit to the closest theatre. Question Heather and the husband further on Gus, because I think there's more to this story here than they're letting on. We also need to check the pit as well. That would be useful if we could check where he was.
That's all I...
Well, you're useless.
I don't have it.
Well, you're useless. Trying to save, like trying to avenge your
That's all I have.
wife and friend, and all you have for me is nada. Nada, nada, nada. We'll go into the prop room, I guess. Oh, look, he's not here. I'm so surprised. No, I don't want a bloody hint. Stop trying to get me to take hints. There's got to be something here that I'm missing. No, it's just this... It's just this annoying thing here. Right, well... I'm starting to run out of ideas. I think...
Sure.
I think maybe we can try and get a... warrant from Brass for Gus.
Need some...
Oh.
So he cleared the theater, had access to the orchestra pit, which is where we now think the shot came from. Plus he's got a criminal record and is the guy in charge of the pyrotechnics. Oh yeah, let's definitely get to know Gus better.
Mr. Harrison, we're with the crime lab. Can we have a word with you?
Sure, of course. Wondered when you CSIs would get around to me. Call me Gus, though. That's what my friends call me. Want to help any way I can. Doesn't do much for my rep, but fatality on my watch.
We'll keep it Mr. Harrison for now. We try to keep it professional.
And we will be keeping it professional next episode. So, thanks for being here. And I hope to see you then when we question Mr. Harrison on the murder.